Warning, the following episode is going to contain hijinks, phenomenal music, and may make you stop your car on the side of the road.
InObscuria.
Welcome back, my friends, to the InObscuria podcast, a podcast where we exhume obscure rock and punk and metal. And we put them in one of three categories: the lost, the forgotten, or the should have beens. I'm Kevin Williams. That's Robert Harrison.
Hello.
That's Ronnie James D.O.G.
He's having his own podcast over
He's
there.
not even looking.
No, he's doing his own thing over there.
I queued him up and nothing.
He's just like, no, I'm going to ignore you because I'm Ronnie James D.O.G.
Oh, well.
How you doing?
I'm all right. What's going on with you?
You know, busy season.
I just got back from your home state.
Oh, what were you down there for?
You know, just a little R&R.
Do you feel less intelligent? Hi, man. If I hear you say
I sort of do.
Duh. Old man.
What'd you get
Was
into?
it vacation? Family vacation?
Yeah, it was I think I mentioned my daughter is officially a teenager now.
Okay, so this wasn't
this was
extended
a
family.
celebration.
This is immediate family. Or did you have extended family?
No, I had
too?
extended family
Okay,
there,
it's
too.
a big group.
Yeah.
Well, it's not the Partridge Family.
There were 8 of us.
8. That's still a group. I mean, when you're all related to each other,
We didn't have a
that's a lot.
bitchin' bus like the Partridge Family did.
Oh, that's true. Of course, you probably had air conditioning.
We did. Yeah.
So this is a trade-off. It wasn't bitching, but it was cold.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
I'll go with cold over
Yeah.
bitchin'.
Well, I was next door in L.A., Lower Alabama. Even though I'm from Florida, my family is now in Lower Alabama. Very nice down there, Fairhope, Alabama. Quaint little southern town on the coast.
I drove through a lot of Alabama.
Yeah, yeah. There's not much to see until you get right to the beach.
Went to Eufaula.
Eufaula? Eufaula. Nobody's going to understand this. This is a very small town in nowhere, Alabama. There's used to be a lot of money there from like 120 years ago.
A lot of old mansion type homes.
But it's dying.
Oh, yeah.
It's
All those
dying.
homes, a lot of them are boarded up now.
Gorgeous Victorian homes like you see in magazines, except they all need, not all, a lot of them need work. You can pick them up for nothing because the town is dying. I mean, it is one of the, I think, only 3 or 4 towns in Alabama that's losing population. So, yeah, if you want a good deal.
They gained a Starbucks and a Chick-fil-A because
For now.
everybody goes through there to go to the beach.
It's about halfway between Atlanta and the beach. It's a good stopping point to take a leak and get some God chicken.
and some Chick-fil-A.
Now I'm hungry. So yeah, I was down in the very southern portion of that visiting my family, which actually just this time was just my mother and hanging out with her. And so I brought back, as always, because she likes to kind of go through photos and memorabilia and stuff. And then she gives it to me to take back. She doesn't want it anymore. She's like, you should have this. And so check this
Oh,
out.
we have show and tell.
Yeah, show and tell.
Too bad we're not a YouTube podcast. Okay. We're handing
First
handing
impression.
me- I can't really see what it is.
Oh, you got to go over in the light. That is my student ID from 1988, freshman year,
You have a lot of hair.
Florida State University. That is the peak mullet.
I see.
Yeah,
Yes.
peak mullet. So
It's not that long in the back though, but it's definitely.
it's curled up, so it doesn't. You can't tell.
You had
how
a
long it
curly
is.
mullet,
Yeah.
permy mullet.
and I didn't. I mean, it just did that naturally. I didn't do anything to it. It did that.
I remember there were guys back in the day who would actually curl the mullet.
Oh yeah,
just the back.
Oh yeah, absolutely. No, mine did it naturally. But this was the first week of classes, and if you were to see a picture of me from the second or third week of classes, I would have the same haircut I do now, because I quickly looked around and went, "Oh wow, yeah, nobody else has hair like this anymore."
Oh.
So it quickly was shaved off.
You should have come on up to my town.
Y'all
You
kept
would
that
fit
rocking
right
a
in.
little longer?
Oh, we rocked it into the 90s, man.
Well, see, the thing was, I went to school in Tallahassee, Florida, but the majority of people there were from South Florida, which was a couple of years ahead, fashion-wise, of North Florida because of Miami and all that stuff.
Trendsetters.
So once I got there, I went, oh, yeah, this is what I look like. Okay. So, that's the funny thing about that is it's the last picture of me with a mullet.
Well, we should take a little snapshot of that. Put it on
we
the
can
old
we can
socials.
scan that. Yeah, absolutely. I'll scan that. We can post that.
All right. What else do you have?
Oh, well, you saw the other thing, which is in the Robert's Undersea Adventure in the backyard.
Oh, yes.
My newest art edition.
Yes.
Giant mural of a stained glass shark. When I say giant, I'm talking maybe 8 feet wide, 6 feet tall, somewhere in there.
I didn't see one of those this weekend, but that's probably a good thing.
Yeah,
There was a bull shark,
not
though.
the real shark. Yeah, you don't want to see the real sharks. They're quite popular these days. This is just a stained glass shark.
I didn't see any stained glass sharks where I was.
I had a lovely young artist named Annalise in the backyard painting that for a week. Did I mention she was lovely?
You did mention that.
She was lovely. Let me just say, it was a great week. She just painted it on site there, and it was.
You just sat up top and watched the whole time.
It was watching art in progress.
Yeah.
It was just it was fun. I wasn't being creepy at all.
It's your house. You can't be creepy in your house. We went over this a few weeks ago.
Oh, I could try harder probably. No, it was just cool to have art happening, and that makes me happy. Anytime I have
Beautiful art
involved in any way, shape,
by
or
a
form.
beautiful person.
Yes,
That's all it is.
exactly.
You're just admiring beauty.
We're thinking of ideas to have more on that. Well, same thing. Remind me when the episode comes out. I'll post a picture so people know what I'm talking about.
You need an underwater stained glass microphone.
We could do like a underwater podcast out there. It keeps going. It's just, then I was busy cleaning up a church over the past week, as we mentioned. Now that I own it, I have to clean it and maintain it, and I'm cutting weeds in a parking lot for an entire week.
How many times did you cut the Hammond on and mess around with it?
I haven't had time. I've been doing outdoor stuff, but we'll have
That'd be
time
like
for that.
every 15 minutes. Like, I gotta take a little break.
Well, it needs work or something. It doesn't work normally.
Then I try to play Blue Collar Man by
Yes.
Styx.
Got to find a repairman. If our old friend Brandon still was around, I could get him to help me with it. But he's busy.
He's never around.
He's busy.
He's around the world.
He's busy being a rock star.
Yeah.
That's what he does.
That's what he does.
Yeah. So that's, like I said, it's the busy time of year. The only reason I'm looking forward to winter is because I completely just can fuck off and just do whatever I want to do.
It's feeling just a little bit like
It's
fall.
close.
Just a little bit.
Oh,
out
man,
there.
by the time this comes out,
It
we
was
will be
hot as hell this weekend.
moments away from Gothtober.
Ooh.
It's so
You
close.
said the word.
Yeah, it's so
Oh,
close.
I can hear the lightning and the thunder right now. I can hear it.
Well,
All right.
Oh, and tonight is the last night of the year that the sun
Really?
sets
Oh.
after 8 o'clock.
You are correct, sir. Yes.
Okay. Good to know.
Days are getting shorter, like I said. It's so close.
Days are getting shorter. Well, if days get too short, you know what you can go do. Listen to Pot of Thunder, Cobras and Fire, Growing Up Rock, Slamfest Podcast, Decibel Geek, A to Z Radio, Metal Up Your Podcast, The Hustle, Disciples of the Watch, Podcast Rock City, Sean Geek and Fast Fret Podcast, State of Amorica, Rock Strikes 10, Potter Than Hell, Shout It Out Loud Cast, The Ron Keel Podcast, The Kiss Room, Ages of Rock, Retro Zest Podcast, and Don't forget about Monty.
Hey, this is Monty Colvin from Galactic Cowboys and Monty's Rockcast, and you are listening to the amazing InObscuria podcast. Rock on!
Monty's Rockcast. Come visit us, inobscuria.com. Like us, share us, Facebook, X, Instagram. Done.
Sounds good.
All the business out of the way. Do we have any reviews? Should I check?
Check
Might
your
as well
pocket.
check. Yeah.
Any
Check my pocket.
Reviews in your pocket?
No, none so far. Anything else going on with you before we jump into this week's theme?
Nah, just boring work stuff.
Just boring work stuff. All right, well, I'm here to tell you, last week in our Space Rock episode, we played a song by Black Rainbows that was super spacey, but also a little different for a space/stoner/doom band because it was an acoustic song. And we remarked about that, and I said, no, most of their stuff isn't like this, but it still fit the Space Rock theme, so we played it, and I just love the song. So I edited that show while relaxing, like I said, at the beach down in Florida. It was a little holiday weekend getaway for us. And the beach always makes the wife and I want to hear something a little stripped down, something a little organic.
Was that nude beach?
What the hell you say?
just wire and wood. It was not a nude beach. We had the family with us. That would be gross.
Yeah, you said strip down. I was like, wait a minute.
No, I'm talking about wire and wood, not nudity here.
I was going to say, that's illegal in Florida. You can't do that, except Miami.
I felt like tonight, it was time, as we officially end the summer here, that we should pull the plug. What do you think? Pull the plug? Yep. But first, we do need to check in with the Diabolic Duo. We need to know what they have to say about this idea, so let's hear a little from Captain Content and Mighty K.
Captain Content. What the hell in a handbasket are you doing over there?
Well, a sprinkle and tinkling of the piano keys is a good thing when it's just a sprinkling and a tinkling. When it's profusely throughout the song is when it gets annoying. Like it's an orchestra. Oh, wait. Orchestral, like it's an orchestral. I'm not right. Anyway. All right, with that, I'm going. I'm not even going to finish that sentence. And you can't use this flub either, mister. I just want to point out, I don't even know what I was talking about after that. I feel like I was on a reality show, and the producers spliced and cut and pasted all the craziest shit that I did to make the viewing better. Robert, in regards to your balls, you should soak your nuts in the bourbon.
What the hell did you just say?
Well, how do you know I do not do that on a regular basis?
I
kind of personal.
I was tracking with her there for a bit. Yeah, I think she was saying at first she likes acoustic, but she doesn't want it to be overdone. Yeah. Still needs to rock somewhat. Then I'm not really sure where she went, and I really don't know how she ended this thing about your nuts.
Well, I am always impressed by her that she can drink that much and then drive to the gym that early in the morning. I really am impressed. Not many people can do that.
You are right. Okay, so I think we've gotten the approval from the Diabolic Duo to move forward with this episode, so we're going to pull the plug. This is episode 247, Pulling the Plug, the acoustic rock and punk and metal episode number 3. We've done it twice before.
Only twice?
Only
it's
twice.
About damn time then.
I know. We did this at the beginning of summer 2023, back in episode 182. So, yep, here we are at the end of summer 2024. We have to do an acoustic episode during the summer, so we're just squeaking by here. So, as we've mentioned before in our programs, electric artists have been playing acoustically since the beginning of recorded music, and usually it's the ballads, the slower, mellower songs, but there are also lots of bands who have performed their hits acoustically because of doing small radio shows. Mm-hmm. You know, in the 80s, late 80s, 90s, you had the big unplugged thing going on with MTV, so that became a thing, and every band then started doing acoustic releases or releasing at least like B-sides as acoustics. Mm-hmm. A lot of bands still release interpretations of their song acoustically to this day, and a lot of the legacy bands especially will have at least 1 or 2 albums in their discography of unplugged or acoustic music. So we have a lot to pull from. I'm going to try to hit some more current and then some older bands. I'm going to try to kind of move around today. I'm going to start off with a more current band, though. And this is a band that was recently featured in episode 219 of the Slam Fest podcast. Not ours.
That's big time.
They hit the big time with Brad Rustoven. He gave some love to this band. Go give some love to his podcast. It's a very good podcast. So he did a review of the Struts concert that he saw just earlier in August of this year.
It was the Strokes?
The Struts, not the Strokes.
Not the Stripes?
Nope, not the White Stripes. It was the Struts.
Struts. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Just to be clear.
Yeah. We've mentioned the Struts before on this program in our No Walker episodes, the new wave of classic rock.
Yeah, sorry, I had to sound that out in my head.
But we've never featured them because they are fairly mainstream, at least in our area. I'm not sure all around the world that they are, but they're a British band who've released 4 studio albums, 2 EPs, 2 live albums, and they've had quite a bit of success since 2014 when they came on the scene, mainly in the US and the UK. And they've had some chart success here, so that's why we've really not played them. Also, they've toured with some pretty big bands, so they've done pretty well for themselves. They've opened for The Who, Guns N' Roses, Foo Fighters, and The Stones.
That's about as big as you can get name drop wise.
Pretty much as big as you're going to play.
Yeah. So what were you doing this weekend? I was opening up for the Who or The Stones. I mean, drop that in a conversation at a party.
Exactly. And it fits in with the music they play. They're somewhere between what I would consider glam rock and classic rock. And I guess that's really it. I was trying to think of it as something. It's a lot of pop, too. A lot of good pop hits. So it's kind of power pop as well. But they've released 2 EPs of acoustic renditions of their songs, which is just obscure enough that we can include them in the show, I think. So we're going to start with the Struts from their Unplugged at East West EP that came out last year. This is one of their singles, Falling With Me.
Second layer. We're something trashy. That's what I like. We're on the rooftop, jumping on the side. Are you falling with me? Tell me, baby. Falling with me. Oh. Thank you. Not bad.
That was good. It had a little bit of an edge to it, even though it was acoustic. It wasn't too drippy, poppy. Kind of had a little bit of the darkness in there with the chorus.
Totally.
And which they are also kind of retro glam in a good way. So yeah, that's starting off on a good note there.
What's your history with the Struts? Anything? Are you a fan? You casual listener?
I have to admit, I remember the name, and I can't remember what their hit was. I don't think they had more than one big hit.
They've had a few.
But I mean,
singles, but one that was bigger.
Yeah. Well, do you remember what it was?
I do not.
See,
I don't follow them either.
No, it's just they came and went, but the Strokes, others,
which are influences, obviously. On
those they stuck around a little longer enough for me to remember stuff. So
yeah.
Anyway, yeah,
young guys.
I'm interested in going back and reacquainting myself with them.
They're younger and doing this, and they're being successful at it. So it's great for rock and roll, And it's a band that's doing original music, but it harkens back to at least something that the old timers can hold on to or hang on to. Is I get what they're doing without being just new and weird.
Because we need something new and weird in a good way, though.
Yeah.
I mean, we've heard all this stuff for the most part. You and I have heard most of it. Anything in the acoustic genre, we've probably heard it. And so it's nice to come out. Speaking of acoustic, oh my God, I saw the weirdest thing. I think it was just a couple of nights ago. Jerry Cantrell, not a concert, just a video of him playing with Nancy Wilson. So there's two different worlds colliding. He was doing it was a lesser known song.
So I'm wearing a heart shirt.
I couldn't see the monitor was in the way. You're wearing a heart shirt. So Nancy's playing guitar, Jerry's playing guitar, and then sitting between them, Sammy Hagar.
Interesting.
And it was just really odd hearing Jerry sing one of his real soulful, personal Alice in Chains songs, and then hearing Sammy doing his harmony stuff behind it and playing along.
With Sammy going, "Hello, babe,"
and just a little bit. So, like I said, between Nancy Wilson playing along and singing and hearing her voice, not Nancy,
right?
Not as well known voice wise, but still good.
She still has some major hits.
Yeah. But it was just, so anyway, all of a sudden my algorithm kicks in and I start seeing Sammy's playing with all these different bands. And they're just solo acoustic performances, like just one-off things. They're not concerts.
Like a Sammy thing, like a Sammy event?
Yeah, obviously. Well, it's in different places. So he's going around playing with these different bands, all different genres and stuff. So look it up if you want to see Jerry Cantrell with two other people that are not usually associated with him.
Hello, baby. Hey, I ain't never coming home. 5150! Talk tonight, we're coming. Hey, I'm just wandering my own road.
Well, Alice in Chains had a relationship with Hart because they recorded at their studio. Hart's from Seattle.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And I know Ann Wilson, like all the guys hung out at Ann's house because she owned the recording studio, I believe, that they had in the late 80s, early 90s, and they would all hang out with her.
Well, and then Alice in Chains opened up for Van Halen back in the day. Because I remember Van Halen, Sammy Hagar, talking about how they were concerned, like, are these guys going to
I don't remember that. That must have been a 90s.
Yeah.
Like, what was that? Balance or the Fuck album?
Excuse me? You can't say that.
Well, they said it.
No, they did not.
It was unlawful, but they said it.
There were periods after it. Thank you very much. For unlawful knowledge of some type.
Carnal knowledge. Yes. They were fucking.
Oh, God, you're so filthy. God, we're going to get censored. My sister's going to get
on an acoustic show.
My sister's going to be upset because you said the F-bomb.
Oh, well. Sorry, sister.
Yeah.
Alice in Chains has been on the road for about a year straight. They've opened up for Megadeth, Iggy Pop, Anthrax, Slayer, but tonight's the opening of their biggest tour yet. One of their influences, Van Halen.
I was really a huge fan of the band when I was younger, so it's kind of neat. It's all kind of coming around. Alice in Chains is one of my favorite new bands. I think they're great.
Well, let's just talk about acoustic music for a little bit. So I just played you a new song, newish, from the Struts, came out in 2023. Mm-hmm. It was an interpretation of a single that they had out around the time. I picked this up because I heard the single and thought, I'm going to go check out the Struts and get an album. And I saw that this was out there. I'm like, acoustic. That sounds kind of cool. Yeah. When I listened to it, I'm like, this is really cool to hear their music done acoustically. Now, there is a station that my wife listens to. So anytime I get into my car after she's driven the car, it's always on
K-pop?
No, it's not on K-pop. It's on Coffee House.
Oh, my God. I know
which is an all-acoustic show.
Oh, yeah.
But they would never play anything like this.
No, it's all Jewel.
It's like, not even. It's like all these newer singer-songwriters that are just horrible.
Well, I have to admit, the last time I listened to that was 2006. when I got my car.
Well, I'm sure Jewel was on it then.
Yeah, back then, everything's brand new, so I'm flipping around. I listened to that for about 5 days, and then this is dumb.
It's just every single song that comes on. I'm like, there are so many bands they could pull from.
Yeah.
Yet I hear a repeat, even on satellite radio that's an acoustic coffee house channel. They're not playing anything we're going to play here tonight.
Nope, not even close.
Even though these are all acoustic songs.
Is it all like John Mayer?
That's way too
good.
Old. Yeah, it's way too good and too old. They play all these new singer-songwriters that
don't even know who they are.
You would not recognize any of the names, and it's just horrible. Horrible.
The same pattern. It's just like new country.
It's a lot of whisper singing.
Yeah. Billie Eilish.
Yeah. No, I mean, I actually like Billie Eilish. I mean, there's some things that I like of it, but it's worse than some of those songs.
Okay, we'll leave it at that. That is bad.
It's just not.
I'll
good.
take your word for it because it is.
My thought is they could pull from so much other material and really mix it up, but no, they just play the same mundane music.
There's stations like Hair Nation. They're limited. There is
somewhat. They should branch out too. We play a lot of bands they never touch.
The last time I listened, like once an hour, they would pull something that maybe I haven't heard of in a long time or hadn't heard, but still there is a finite because they don't do new hair bands. They just do new versions of old hair bands, maybe. But yeah, that's limited. But Coffee House can be anything, and they still just do the same crap over and over.
Crappy folk, new folk, whatever it is. I don't like it. That's what I'm saying. I don't like it.
We're old
you like
man.
it? Fine.
Welcome to the Old Man Podcast. We don't like stuff. We're going to tell you about it.
I don't like it.
I don't like that. I don't like this. That's crap. It's all crap. I gotta poop.
Really? Do we need to pause? Oh, sorry.
I need some Sanka.
Let's Sanka. Nice.
We Americans love coffee, but coffee can be bitter. Bitter. You can even see a bitter cup of coffee on a man's face. To take some of the bitterness out of your life, switch to Sanka brand decaffeinated coffee. When we take out the caffeine, we also take out a lot of the bitterness, leaving just a good, smooth-tasting cup of real coffee. Sanka decaffeinated coffee. If it's less bitter, it's better.
Oh, my grandparents used to get the sink out.
I'm ready to be old.
Oh, man.
Not too far away.
Some would say we're already there.
Some would say, but I'm not. Got 2 more years.
The other thing I wanted to touch on before we get to the next song is you and I started our entire relationship as friends being acoustic musicians.
That's true.
Playing acoustic guitar, and I would sometimes play guitar with you, but most of the times play drums or bass.
Some type of percussion.
Some type of percussion. That's how we started.
Yep.
And you did that for years until we...
Probably 97 to 2000. I think we went electric around 2000.
Before we plugged in.
Yes.
And decided to get a little louder.
3 or 4 years. We did the acoustic thing. Damn, my fingers hurt. That was a lot of work on your fingertips.
It was. We were playing long shows too because they were mostly covers, and then we would throw in some originals. And
I had to have heavy strings because I beat the crap out of the guitar.
Yep.
So those heavy strings, 3-hour gigs, it wore my hands out.
So this is us getting back to our roots here tonight. Yeah. This is how we started. So next up here, a band that has been plagued by the comparison of their music to Led Zeppelin. No, I'm not talking about Greta Van Fleet.
Oh, God. Okay, thank you.
I'm talking about the other one from the 80s.
Fleet of Van Gret?
No. I'm talking about...
the actual Led Zeppelin?
Nope. This is a band that we played once before in a show in similar context. It was a show released at the beginning of April, 4 or 5 years ago.
Bonham?
It is not Bonham. It is Kingdom Come.
Oh, yeah. I was getting there.
You were almost there. And this band had some success, but they're definitely forgotten these days. They came out of the gate in the late 80s with one gold album and one almost gold album. But we'll count them as 2 gold albums. Yeah. They had an appearance on the 1988 Monsters of Rock U.S. tour, which featured them as the opening act, followed by Metallica, then Dokken, Scorpions, and Van Halen.
What a good time to be alive.
Van Halen's Monsters of Rock, the concert event of the year, or any year. Media One presents July 20th at Joe Albee Stadium, the Monsters of Rock. Starring Van Halen, special guest, the Scorpions. Also starring Dokken, with Metallica and Kingdom Come. Tickets now at all G&B Select Seat outlets, the Coliseum Ticket Office, Folk Opera House, or charged by phone. July 20th, produced by Media One. Van Halen's Monsters of Rock.
What a show that I didn't get to see. Cheers, we didn't see it.
No, but we saw it later.
But, you know,
we were alive when it happened.
I had the T-shirt. That's as much as I got. No, you can't go, but you can get a T-shirt.
Yep.
Oh, damn it.
Fine.
Yeah, 1988, Kingdom Come. They were on their way up.
Yeah, fine. I'll wear it to church then, just to spite you.
So Lenny Wolf was the singer. He's a German musician, and he was often compared to Robert Plant in his vocal style. Prior to Kingdom Come, he was in another band that we've actually played on the show before, a band called Stone Fury, which was a duo out of Germany, and I think it was an American-German band as well. Kingdom Come, the first version that had the two albums that did fairly well, was also a German-American band, so there were American artists in that band. That band split in 1989 after the second album, but then Wolf continued. He went back to Germany and he continued the band with German musicians and released another 11 albums through 2013.
Wow.
And guess what? I own all of them. They're fantastic. I think Kingdom Come was such a good band. So we might be doing something with Kingdom Come down the road, I'm just saying.
If you bought all those albums, you better do something with it.
Yeah, some of those were hard to find, let me just tell you, because they were imports. Hey, do you have the new Kingdom Come? What? The new Kingdom Come album? I don't even know who that is, kid. Get out of here.
You've got teenagers in Vietnam smuggling these things out of the country just to get them to you. I know. You've got like a network of people
here. I've got
rely on.
I've got an import catalog. Look it up. If you want me to order it, I will, and I'll put 20% on top of it, dumbass.
That's the name of the website?
Exactly.
.com.
That was a recollection of pre-internet days for young Kevin trying to find his new Kingdom Come record.
Hey, man.
You know what their second album was called?
Kingdom Come 2?
It was In Your Face. So it was Kingdom Come in Your Face.
Yeah!
Yep, I said that too. Okay.
No response. No response whatsoever. Silence.
So Lenny Wolf retired his version of the band in 2016, but he licensed the name to the original American guys who wanted to do a reunion tour. And they wanted to do the Monsters of Rock cruise and stuff like that. So he licensed the name of the band to them, and they've kind of been doing that ever since.
That's smart, because, you know, there's been story after story of one guy being a dick going, no, it's my band, and you're not going to do it.
Lenny's Kingdom Come.
Make a few bucks off of it, let them have their fun, make a little bit of a living.
Yep. So he basically just said, I'm retired. You can have the name, but you know, you can give me a little bit.
That's what I'm going to do in a few years. I'm going to license my half of InObscuria. Some other guy's going to come in here sounding like me.
No,
I'm going to retire rich.
Actually, I don't think you read the contract when you first signed on, but we're like Menudo. When we get to a certain age, we have to quit, and we will be replaced by younger versions of ourselves.
When my voice changes?
If there's anything you need, you can always find it in a shopping mall. Made in China, Philippines, things from India, feathers in a shopping mall. Red or green, big and small, crazy boy or girl, you can always find it there. The altar day of love, a parrot that even speaks.
Because it's not gonna change. Soon. Sorry.
Yes, we are the Menudo of podcasters. Okay, so the other thing that happened is that band was touring the licensed version of the band. James Kotek died earlier this year. He died in January, and so not only do they have to get a new drummer now, but they also lost their replacement singer. So now they have a replacement singer for Lenny Wolf.
Third string.
So they're still out there doing it, I think, but I don't know where.
It's like Foghat. Like how many generations of replacement members?
Yeah.
Bands, Molly Hatchet, Foghat, all those bands now.
Full lineages of families have come and gone.
Yeah, you got family trees. Thus begot so-and-so, and then thus begot so-and-so.
Yeah. So like many acts, in the 90s, Kingdom Come released an album with the title Live and Unplugged. Came out in 1998.
Yeah, do a Google search for that. How many records come up?
Originally, I think it was, you could only call it Unplugged if it was an MTV.
Oh, did they have a trademark on that?
Yeah, I think they had a trademark, but in Germany, maybe that's how they got around it. Because this came out in 1998. That was still a thing for MTV, but they called it Live and Unplugged.
But in Germany, it's called unplugged.
They put an umlaut over every letter.
And so it's very different. They could get away with a trademark infringement.
So here's a little Kingdom Come or Led Zeppelin, whatever you want to listen to. This is a song called Janine.
I think I know 2 different Janines I'm going to send that to. Like, this is just for you.
This is me. No, really.
Yeah, I wrote this for you.
What'd you think? Kingdom Come? Do you remember the band?
I remember, once again, second band on the road. Remember the name? Couldn't tell you.
Get
what
it
on. Oh, that's right. And that did sound, the original hit did sound a little more Zeppelinish. That did not. I didn't pick up on any of that on this particular.
I think he sounds like himself. I mean, he does have that same tone to his voice, but he does not come across as Robert Plant.
No, this one was not your Greta cover band type situation. Maybe all these bands are influenced. Who isn't influenced by
exactly
the Mighty?
And why wouldn't you want to be influenced by the Mighty's Led Zeppelin? Come on. There's a reason they are who they are.
Yes.
I always love Kingdom Come. I think we will explore them further down the road, but who knows when?
Who knows when? But I want to go back to for them, I want the electric side. I don't think the acoustic side did too much. It was good, but for them, I know what their big hit sounded like, and it was good. I enjoyed that one.
All right.
So looking forward to hearing more.
We'll give you some more of that at some point in time.
Oh, by the way, don't go from watery American lager straight to IPA. That just like hitting a brick wall.
I saw your face.
Yeah, I went through the first one like it was water because it, basically is.
I thought you were going to pull a guitar lead because you gave stank face.
I gave some stank face for the wrong reason. There was actual stank.
Yeah, there was no guitar in your hand.
It was just
I knew
drinking
was
an IPA right after a lager. It was just, oh God, that's too much. You got to do the lager first and then go to the IPA first and then to the water.
You got to switch it up.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, since we just featured a German band, let's just stay in Germany. And what's really popular in Germany? Power metal.
Halloween.
Oh my God, you knew exactly where we were going.
Yes.
A band we featured on our Should Have Been Huge series, and we've only covered the second half of their career so far, so there may be another episode coming of the mighty Halloween.
And I'm trying to imagine right now what they would sound like acoustic, because they're the definition of over the top.
Over the top and just crazy leads that there's no way you can pull them off.
Vocals in the stratosphere, leads in the stratosphere, everything. So this is going to be interesting to hear a stripped down version of this insanity.
And it'll help you get ready for Gothtober, because that's when we had our Halloween episode. It was Gothtober, and we're inching towards it, as you've already said. On that episode, I mentioned there was a lighter album of reimagined and acoustic versions of songs from their catalog.
Yeah.
17 albums in their catalog so far, so they got a lot to pull from.
Mm-hmm.
This is a acoustic rendition of a song from their 1987 epic masterpiece, Keeper of the Seven Keys, which is one of the big albums that everybody loves and sort of ushered in power metal. So think about that. It has been reimagined. So here is the song Future World. What the hell was that?
Sorry.
You got all excited when I said that. Let me say it again. Future World. Oh, nothing that time.
Have I mentioned I'm a professional? Because that's what professionals do. When there's a microphone a half an inch from their mouth.
Yeah. You did it again.
Sorry. It's the damn IPA. I told you.
No.
That was a bad choice.
Bad choice.
I have made a lot of bad choices in my life.
Here's another one.
This is the most recent.
So they put out an album called Unarmed in 2009. So again, here's Future World.
Come and take a trip with me to future world. And if you're running through your life and you don't know what the sense is, come and look how it could be in future world. We all live in happiness, our life is full of joy. We say the word tomorrow without fear. The feeling of togetherness is always at our side. We future world. To stay, but this is not your time. Go back, find your own way to future world. Life can be for living. Just try and never give in. Tell everyone the way to future world. One day you'll live in happiness with a heart that's full of joy. You say the world tomorrow without fear. The feeling of togetherness will be at your side. You say you love your life and you know why. 'Cause we all live in future world. A world that's full of love. Our future life will be glorious. Come on with me, future world, future world, future world.
Maybe it's the second beer kicking in, or maybe it was Halloween, but that song hooked me. I'm now fully into this podcast. Sorry.
You were here before?
I was here, but not really here.
I see.
Capital here.
You have arrived.
I have arrived, because that got me excited. That was happy music. Did you not hear Flogging Molly all over that?
There's a little bit of Irish.
Yeah, just a jig.
Diddy-do in there.
German jig.
If you can, German jig.
Yeah, dancing with your lederhosen. Yeah, you can tell I'm talking faster now. It's like, God, it got me excited. So this is what I always wanted when I first started writing music, 1995, 96. My first 3 songs, in addition to being bad, they were ballads. But I wrote a song. I was like, okay, fine. I wrote a song, threw them away. Didn't have that feel I wanted. Met you shortly after we graduated to a acoustic rock. It was still kind of light and, a little funky, but...
Yeah, a little bit funky, a little bit
jangly,
rock and jangly.
But it's still, I knew I was missing something. And when we went electric, it was, there it is. There's the power and the energy that I wanted to project with our music. And we achieved that. By leaps and bounds, according to me.
According to the review that you gave yourself.
Yes, I had a lot of fun playing that music.
Right.
All the time, no matter where, I had fun playing it. But it takes a band like Halloween to then go, no, we can still give you that energy, but back to acoustic, where I couldn't do it.
Which
they pulled it off.
They had never, ever done this before.
Right.
This came out in 2009. They'd been around since the mid-'80s and never done anything like this.
No, because it just was unheard of for them. They were so stratospheric with just everything they did.
It goes against what Halloween is about.
But they still did it. The drums in that, insane. For an acoustic rock song.
Yeah.
Insane drums on that.
Well, it's like, okay, I think they cheated a little bit because I heard a little bit of electric. Maybe it was a distortion pedal on an acoustic, but it wasn't quite all acoustic.
I'll have to listen to it a second time.
But they didn't do the blistering leads. Instead, they go, you know what we'll do? We'll just let percussion take over where there would be a guitar lead.
Yeah, so it's not a drum solo. No, it's a drum lead.
It's a lead.
That's a novel idea.
God. And so bizarre. It's so bizarre that I like it.
Yeah, same. That's exactly what I was thinking. It's so out there that now you have my interest. Thank you, sir.
So I can only assume that if fellow podcaster and friend of the show, Sonny Hollywood Pooney is listening. He absolutely hated that song because he hates Halloween with a passion.
You've got to. If you hadn't have said who it was, maybe he would have liked it.
No.
He's just programmed to hate it, though, because of the name. That's like me and Nickelback and 500 other bands just like that. You say the name, and
He hates Saxon. He hates new wave of British heavy metal.
He hates Saxon?
He hates Halloween. He
Sonny,
hates power metal.
Sonny, let me tell you, man. Come on.
I was on a call for Rockin' Pod. It was kind of the setup. We're going to make an announcement about, getting the tables and getting you ready for 2025.
Because it's not like you don't do that all day for work. And now for your fun.
You had a call.
You get on a call.
On a meeting.
For fun.
Yeah. But I was being a jackass in the old comment section.
Good.
Because that's what I do when I'm off hours. I can't do that at work, but I can be a jackass the rest of the time.
You get to be that way.
And I saw Sonny was on there, and they made a comment that at the 2025 Rockin' Pod Expo, there will be a podcaster jam. So be thinking about what songs you want to do. And I said, Sonny, we're going to do a Halloween song, and you're going to sing it, just to razz him a little bit. And then I sent him a text afterwards, like, seriously, let's do this.
Yeah,
let's do this.
Pick one.
He said, give me one of their songs.
Whoa.
And I'm like, seriously? He's like, just give me one of their songs. I didn't know what he was going to do. He says, well, actually, he didn't say give me one of their songs. He said, give me one of their shitty songs.
Well, 17 albums. Yeah. You pick.
So I gave him, I thought, well, I'll just give him a hit. I'll give him I Want Out. That's one of their hits. And so I sent it to him, and he goes, all right, I'm going to show you, Mr. Funny Guy, what I can do with one of their shitty songs. And he sent me back a recording a cappella. Here is Sonny Hollywood Pooney singing a cappella I Want Out, just the chorus.
Yeah.
But he did the harmonies to himself. And he did this in like 5 minutes after I sent it to him.
This is commitment.
So, people, this is an InObscuria podcast exclusive, the a cappella debut of Sonny Hollywood Pooney singing and harmonizing with himself a little Halloween I Want Out. Just for you. Here we go.
I want out to live my life alone. I want out. Leave me be. I want out to do things on my own. I want out to live my life and to be free.
There you go. The debut. So I'm thinking we're not going to be doing this at Rockin' Pod.
Waterboarding is so 2002. Really is. Here's the CIA and all their agencies. Just here you go. Just play that. Wow.
Thank you, Sonny, for sharing that. He said I could share it. So here we go. The worldwide debut just happened.
I kid, but I couldn't do any better.
It will be on rotation on the program, I think, for the next, 6 or 7 months.
I think we will have a PA system underneath our table, and we're just going to play that every time we see him.
Anytime we interview a famous artist at Rockin' Pod, that's just going to start piping through the headphones. If you don't know who Sonny Pooney is, he has like a million podcasts, but the main two, Growing Up Rock, he is on that with our friend Stephen Michael every week. And then he is also on one called Podcast Rock City. I don't remember exactly what they talk about on that show.
They talk about Journey.
Was
a
it
lot.
Journey?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
The city.
It doesn't smell
when
right.
When the lights go out in the city.
In the city. It doesn't smell right.
It's not right?
No, I think it's smells like a... It smells just like that. That is exactly how that city sounds. It smells like New York. I think it's. I think they talk about Kiss. There's your Kiss connection with a K. The only way it was going to happen tonight.
Yeah.
So there you go.
You really had to stretch for that.
really did stretch.
Pull
for
a
that
hammy.
One. All right, let's move on. We just said Halloween might get you in the mood for Gothtober.
That got started.
Could we possibly find a goth band doing an acoustic album?
Don't tease me. Don't you tease me.
How about a little acoustic goth? So
it's dark already. Yeah.
This is our favorite goth metal horror punk ghoul from North Carolina. We've talked about him a couple times.
Yeah.
He put an album in 2014 called Undead Unplugged. I'm talking about Wednesday 13. Former Murder Dolls singer gone solo. Here's a little ditty from another of his former bands, because he's been in several bands.
He's
doing solo. He's a busy guy. I love this band's name, and so I'm just going to read it and smile. Frankenstein Drag Queens from Planet 13.
Because that's where you find them. Planet 13, not 12.
So here's one of their songs, an interpretation, a solo acoustic interpretation by Wednesday 13. It's just called Scary Song.
something underneath your bed. Pull the sheets up over your head. You hear something, what was that? Boo. Afraid of things that go bump in the night. The candle in the pumpkin is the only light. So get ready for the fright of your life, yeah. Baby, let me sing you a scary song. Put on your Halloween mask and sing along. It's a creature feature, baby, from dusk till dawn. Baby, let me sing you a scary song. He walks tall and carries a butcher knife. The boogeyman only wants to take your life. Can kill him off, he'll just come right back in part 2. Boo. Baby, let me sing you a scary song. Put on your Halloween mask and sing along. It's a creature feature, baby, from dusk till dawn. Baby, let me sing you a scary song. Baby, let me sing you a scary song. Put on your Halloween mask and sing along. It's a creature feature, baby, from dusk till dawn. Baby, let me sing you a scary song.
You go from maximalist Halloween to minimalist.
Mm-hmm.
It's a scary song. That's it. You don't have to read into it. It's just a scary song. And it's a very simple song, just a guitar, maybe a little, whatever that synth was.
One note on an organ.
Yeah, organ. Yeah, just one note. That's it. One note, please. So, yeah, that's, I have to admit, I was cheating. I started listening to goth music about 2 days ago. I was cleaning a parking lot. It was boring.
What are you going to do?
I was giant parking lot, weed eating it. And so, yeah, I had a little bit of goth music on. So that will get you in the mood. I expect to play that at my next goth function at my house.
Well, I just realized that would be a perfect song to start or finish a Gothtober episode because it has that Halloween
marketing
reference.
All over,
oh, my
man.
God. So it might make
commercials, advertisements, whatever.
It might make a comeback. I don't know. I don't have many ideas. So I have to reuse things.
Oh, you're full of crap. You got lots of ideas. Don't sandbag.
All right. Well, that gets me in the mood. It does get me planning some things. So I've got some things up my sleeve, even though the hand's cut off. All right. So
you're wearing a t-shirt.
The next artist is in no way obscure. I'm just going to go ahead and say that.
They're just scure.
Yeah, he's just scure. This guy has 2 bands that have multiple platinum albums, Grammy wins. Now he has a fairly successful solo career, not quite as successful as his 2 bands. And
Robert Plant.
The only reason, but
he had the Honey Drippers.
It was successful. Yeah, boy. I've never listened to that full album. Have you? Just the song. I've only ever heard the single.
No, I'm thinking. I swear I have. No. Mm-mm. I may not have heard that.
We might have to dig into that. It might be really good. Who knows?
I love that song.
Oh, it's a great song.
It was so weird for me to like that. What was that, 1984?
I was thinking it was closer to like 86.
Might have been, yeah. So mid-80s. And actually it's not so weird because my musical interest in the early to mid was more poppy synth stuff before it started going pure rock. And that's right in the middle. But still, it was an odd song in the middle of the 80s for that to come out.
Well, that's a good segue because I'm about to play an odd cover from this guy who's been in these successful bands. You just would not expect this guy to play this, and you wouldn't especially not expect it to be acoustic. because this guy is known for wearing a mask and doing a lot of screaming. Or in his other band, he's just doing some heavy rocking. I'm talking about Corey Taylor, the singer from Slipknot and Stone Sour.
That's some pretty heavy stuff. Yeah.
And I'm about to give you his version of a little Red Rider.
Ooh.
So check this out.
I have such a weird relationship with this gentleman because anything that he does that he writes, I don't like. But whenever he does other people's music, I tend to like it.
Not so bad.
Not so bad. He's got an awesome voice when he's not doing the overly just whatever.
Yeah, I like Slipknot okay, but Stone Sour I never got into.
Yeah.
Corey Taylor's solo stuff.
Okay, and I've asked you this. I guarantee I've asked you this 3 times on the podcast.
Okay.
I'm sure 3 or more times outside this. Did he do the Sound of Silence cover?
No.
God, who? I'm going to write it down because I can never remember who did that.
That was Disturbed, I think?
Not the original, obviously.
Yes.
Was it Disturbed?
It was either Disturbed or one of those other ones.
They all sound the same. That's one of my problems with his stuff.
Yeah, I don't listen
They
to
all
that
sound the
stuff.
same. But that's an amazing cover. That really gripped me when that came out. I'm like, that's powerful. But when he does acoustic stuff like this, that's really shows off his voice. And I would give a finger or a toe to be able to sing like that, but I would just write better music.
It is Disturbed.
Disturbed.
Yes.
Which is
disturbing.
the person that Mr. Disturbed?
Oh.
Is that that's his pronoun?
Yeah, I don't remember.
Disturbed.
Mr. Disturbed. I don't know.
Really?
I don't know the band. I don't listen to Disturbed.
I don't. Yeah,
it's not my thing.
Neither one of us. We're similar to that.
Yeah. Now, what about Red Rider? Were you a fan of Tom Cochrane or Red Rider?
Well, I think this is one of those many songs I've just heard it too much.
Yeah.
To this day, they overplayed it 20 years ago.
Canadian
and they still
band.
Overplay it.
Canadian band. Did you know that?
Couldn't tell you anything else about them other than Lunatic Fringe. And have we talked about them?
No, we've not talked about them.
We could get some obscure stuff from them, I bet.
I was thinking that you had said something about not liking them, but it may be Tom Cochrane in the Life as a Highway song. Is that the one you don't like? There's one of those that you
It's not that I don't like it. It's a great song. He made a lot of money from it, from the commercials, licensing, royalties, everything, because you still hear it used in commercials. But I think it was overplayed.
Yeah, Lunatic Fringe, that was Red Rider.
And I don't think until now, this very moment, I realized it was the same person.
Yeah, same singer.
I didn't know where he came from. Back then, I didn't really question things. They just said, okay, here's a guy named Tom Cochrane. I went, okay, not realizing
he's the Red Rider
guy from Red Rider and the BB Guns.
At one point, it was called Tom Cochrane and Red Rider.
That. Yeah. He still has both eyes, though.
Yeah, he was that kid in that movie.
he was in the movie.
He's Ralphie.
He's a busy guy.
That came out in 1981. The original
Lunatic.
No, maybe, but the original Lunatic Fringe came out in 1981.
Okay, I was thinking 70s.
No.
Wow. Okay, I learned something.
How about that? You learned something today.
Put knowledge in my brain.
Now you know who played Ralphie. It's Tom Cochrane from Red Rider.
Learning tickles.
All right. Well, since we're talking about Canada, we might as well keep it Canadian with our next one. So
while we're up there, it's a long way back.
Let's just stay wearing our toques.
Yep.
So I'm going to feature another song from the Arnhorn sisters on our show once again. Yes, Mercedes and Phoenix Arnhorn. We're going to feature them once again.
Are they on the gold stage?
They're on the gold stage. That doesn't sound right. I know your reference, and that's not right. The Gold Club. Let's see here. We played them more recently in their gothy shoegazy band called Soft Cult, and you really liked them.
Yes, I did.
And I talked about how I skeeved them out because I went to see their former band when it was all younger people, and then me, the old guy standing in the back rubbing his belly.
Clearly a foot taller than anybody else in the room.
Yep, lifting his shirt up and just rubbing his belly.
In my belly!
And then their mom came up to me and started talking to me, I think to make sure that I wasn't a creepy guy.
Oh, I'd have been all over that.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. How you doing?
She was running merch.
Okay.
And the name of that band...
How much for you?
The name of that former band is the band we're going to play. Prior to Soft Cult, they were in a band called Courage My Love. They're up here on the banner somewhere.
What?
Right there.
Just because you creeped them out, you put them on the banner?
I put them on the banner because I really love this band. I don't know what it is. They were young kids when I discovered them. They were in their teens. They were doing this thing that was a little bit hard rock, a little bit emo, a little bit kind of poppy. And for whatever reason, I love their songwriting. Okay. I love their voices, the way that they harmonize together. The two sisters, Phoenix plays drums and sings. Mercedes plays guitar and sings. And then they have a guy that plays bass. So just a power trio. And really good band. They got a little poppy even more poppy as they went on. And so then they decided to just kill that band and start anew because they really wanted to do the gothy shoegazy thing.
I think you were just projecting because you had two young daughters at the time and you're like, maybe they could start a band and then I can retire and just be their manager.
Maybe. There's something about the songs.
Yeah, you never know. It's still time.
If you want to hear where we've played them before, you weren't there. It was the worst episode ever. Yes,
one of the highest rated ones, thanks to us talking about it all the time.
Highest rated Shallow Graves episode, the worst episode ever. The solo Kevin freezing in Florida, which makes no sense.
Right.
And teeth chattering and talking really low because he didn't want to wake up everybody.
The most un-rock and roll podcast of rock and roll podcasts.
And I played like 13 songs. I just went all night. I mixed the thing the same night that I made it.
I'm already numb from the waist down.
I went to bed at 5 in the morning and got up at 6. So
next morning, don't talk to Daddy.
Yeah, Daddy had a rough night.
Daddy's tired. Don't talk to Daddy.
What did he do? He's just an idiot. Oh, okay.
He has no story. He was out all night long for no good reason.
Yeah, talking to himself.
Out in the balcony, freezing his ass off.
So with that, I'm going to give you a little acoustic version of Courage, My Love. When I first discovered them on eMusic, they had 2 albums. One was called For Now, and the other, it was an EP, and the other one was called
For Later.
For Now Acoustic.
Oh, okay.
So they basically recorded the same thing twice, one acoustic version, and they're both really good, and they're both very different. So they reinterpreted their songs.
They probably had a Groupon for recording.
Maybe.
Buy one, get one free.
A Canadian Groupon, which it must have a different name. Something with a moose. I don't know. I can't think of anything.
There was nothing.
Nothing there.
Sorry, you set it up, and I whiffed. I just completely whiffed on that. I'm sorry.
So waiting for you.
I know.
But nothing.
You dicks!
9 out of 10 here.
Well, with that, we're going to play the song For Now acoustically by Courage, My Love.
Sits at home at the TV. Oh no, watching what others see, terrified to live out my own dreams. Oh no, whoa, can you hear me now? Whoa, are we loud enough? Make this feeling last longer than tonight. For now, this crowd will all align. Let's lose it all and forget the past. We've got no reason left to fight. For now, we'll stand down. Guess I'll just drink till then. For now, let's just pretend. Go back to jump the gun. Am I still making sense to anyone? Oh no, 'cause I ramble on and I can't say it all in just one song. Oh no, whoa, can you hear me now? Whoa, are we loud enough? Let's make this feeling last longer than tonight. For now, this crowd will all align. Let's lose it all and forget the past. We've got no reason left to fight. For now, we'll stand down. Guess I'll just dream till then. For now, let's just pretend. Let's make this feeling last. Let's make this feeling last. Let's make this feeling last. Oh, tonight. Let's make this feeling last longer than tonight. For now, this crowd will all align. Let's lose it all and forget the past. We've got no reason left to fight. For now, we'll stand down. Guess I'll just dream till then. For now, let's just pretend. Oh.
3 words.
You're shaking your head.
Voices of Angels.
Right?
Oh my God.
There's something about family Whenever you hear, like, the Wilson sisters, whenever you hear them harmonize, it's like...
Partridge Family.
Wow.
Yeah.
But they were a real family.
Oh, yeah.
Back it up.
That's right. Sorry.
Back up the bus.
Beep. No, I think you've got something going on there. There's that connection that, siblings have. And it can be brothers, too, sisters, whatever.
Yeah.
There's a special connection there.
And when they harmonize, it's just unreal. And they do this, you really, in their electric stuff, you don't really get the full sense of what they can do, just their voices.
No, there's a lot
And then you hear
going
this
on.
acoustic thing, and it's like, holy shit.
I mean, it reminds me, there's another band, I don't know if they're sisters, I don't think they are, but Larkin Allen Poe.
What the hell did you just say?
Yes, Lark and Poe, they are sisters.
Yeah. Are they?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
I guessed right. I had a 50-50
From
chance.
Atlanta.
It could have been yes, could have been no.
Yes.
But yeah,
You are
so
right.
they synth well. You know what? We've got a great listener out there, Paul Colwheat.
Mm-hmm.
I think he would dig this.
Think so?
He's got a sensitive side. He doesn't like to
He doesn't show it much.
No,
Yeah.
but I know it's there.
Oh.
I know it's there. He's metal,
Paul's gonna like this
heavy
one,
stuff. I think he likes this.
He's going to like some Courage, My Love. Go back.
Exactly.
Check it out, Paul.
Yeah, let us know.
Let us know what you think. And they're cute.
Way too young. Not even commenting.
They were really...
You can.
They're cute.
You're allowed to say that.
I'm not
You're-
saying
you
anything
can
other
say
than they're
it.
just
You're allowed
cute.
to get away with it. Your family.
They're
man. You can
cute
say
people.
that.
Now they're all grown up.
People side eye
Now they're
me
all grown up.
if
And,
I say it.
And they're gothy now. So now you
Don't say that. Now I'm like, okay, I got to look them up.
Well, they're adults now, so you
Well, define adult.
they're young adults. Yes.
Like over 25?
By now, yes. Mm-hmm.
Once they hit 30, let me know.
This came out in 2012, and they were teenagers then.
Yeah. I'm saying, bless their hearts.
There you go. Okay, well, let's end with a 70s guitar
Already?
guide. So we're going to, we got one more for you.
Fast.
Yeah, it's gone fast.
There's not a lot of 10-minute acoustic songs out there.
Well, I could have put one in. I decided not to.
Okay.
But yeah, there was an acoustic version of Halloween's Keeper of the Seven Keys.
Oh, that's an epic
Which is like 13 minutes
monster.
long.
Yeah. I think that would get a little much.
Yeah. Well,
because you can't really take it in too many places when you have an acoustic guitar and some drums.
Well, we're not going to go there with those Germans.
Okay.
But we have a German guitar guide. Oh, yes. Former lead guitarist of Scorpions, who was persuaded to leave his brother Rudolph's band
Schenker?
after they toured with UFO. They coaxed him to join. A young 17-year-old Michael Schenker joined UFO, and the rest was history. Well, it could have been even bigger, but, people look fondly on UFO, even though they never really made huge waves. But
Not
anyway,
here. They were big over there.
Do you know that he was only 11 years old when he played his first gig with the Scorps? 11 years old.
Wait, what?
The Scorpions formed in the 60s and have been playing since the 60s. Michael Schenker was 11 in their first gig.
I totally forgot. I knew that they went back to the 70s, which still, that's impressive.
Yeah.
They still play shows.
They're still out there touring.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It's insane.
He recorded the first Scorpions album when he was 16. Then they go on tour. He's a 16-year-old. They go on tour with UFO, opening for UFO, and then UFO sees him and says, come on, we need you. And he's an amazing player. He was one of the early heavy metal guitar heroes of the 70s, just one of those guys that was pulling tricks, and then along came Eddie Van Halen and, probably took the throne away from him. But he was still...
But Eddie learned from them.
Yeah.
It's not like he stole it. He just took the torch and kept running.
But they were still competing. Like, people were still saying Michael Schenker's just as amazing as Van Halen, but he didn't quite have the same trajectory afterwards. He formed his own band in 1979 called MSG, the Michael Schenker Group. And they had multiple releases with Gary Barden on vocals, and then they had Graham Bonnet on vocals. And then he teamed up with this guy named Robin McCauley. And they decided to rename the group to MSG.
Macaulay Culkin Group.
The Macaulay Schenker Group. That was brilliant. That was a good one.
Yeah, let's just keep the same
Hey, you
thing.
know what? We can keep the same logo.
Yep, don't have to hire
and
that
we don't
artist.
have to print new T-shirts.
It's going to save us like $200.
So MSG,
Yeah.
the Macaulay Schenker Group, put out their first album
And
in
that
1987.
confused me to no end until I met you, probably, because I would hear one and then I'd hear the other. I'm like, wait a minute. Wasn't that the Michael? No, Macaulay. Michael? Whatever.
Yeah. 3 albums. 3 full-length albums with Macaulay. So they did, started in 87. They went through basically the early 90s, and then, of course, everything changed musically. So what they were doing was sort of like a mix of hair metal, power metal kind of a thing. In 1992, they jumped on that old bandwagon, and they put out an album called Unplugged Live.
Go figure.
Yeah, how about that?
Going out there.
And so I'm going to give you a little taste of the Macaulay Schenker Group playing a UFO classic. And this is pretty badass to hear Michael Schenker rip it on an acoustic guitar.
Wind blows back and the batter's charging, winds all the way right to the mud. Oh my girl, baby, now your time has come, yeah. From the back streets there's a rumbling smell of anarchy. No more nice guy, rapper to shine, high in the sky dreams, yeah. Sing it to me! Lights out in London. Hold on tight to the end. Well, now you know we'll never wait till tomorrow. I said, lights out in London. Hold on tight to the end. God knows when I'm coming home now. Heaven helps those who help themselves. That's the way it goes. Whitening thoughts, once been born, and now it shows. Yeah. Let me hear you one time. Hold on tight till the end. Better now you know we'll never wait till tomorrow. I said, hold on tight till the end. God knows when I'm coming home now. Lockdown rainbow, lights out in London. Hold on tight till the end. And now you know we'll never wait till tomorrow. I said, lights out in Anaheim. Hold on tight till the end. God knows when I'm coming home now. You keep coming, there's no winning. I tried 1,000 times. Under your feet, the grass is growing. Time we said goodbye, yeah. Lights out in London. Hold on tight till the end. Better now you know we'll never wait till tomorrow. I said, lights out in London. Hold on tight till the end. God knows when I'm coming home now. Lights out in London.
damn, that's a great cover. That's just, and those of you that don't play guitar but are guitar adjacent, the electric and acoustic guitars look similar in the fact they have 6 strings, sometimes 12, but the strings are a little bit higher off the fretboard. So you have to push a little bit harder to get them to, fret them or make a noise. And so to get speed like that on acoustic is definitely much, much harder than an electric. So to shred on an acoustic, you have 3 steps more of my respect.
And any little flub or any little flaw you hear on an acoustic, you don't hear on an electric because you can make noise and kind of cover up for it.
Why do you think I went electric?
You can't cover up for anything.
Nobody needs to hear that.
Oh, okay.
But not even a mistake, just a little
fret flub.
Insert the guitar solo from Nirvana, "Man Who Stole the World."
Oh God. Yeah, that's pretty horrendous.
Oops. I still cringe every time I hear that.
That is a pretty
not because I'm looking down
cover.
on him, because I know what it feels like to miss that note. You think, I'm going to slide up to this, and you're like, oh. I missed it. Then he goes back the other way.
And they released it as a single.
Misses it a second time. And then finally he hits it the third time.
Yeah.
So I feel for him on that. But
I love that song. It introduced me to that David Bowie song. I didn't know it before then.
Never heard of it before.
It is cringy to listen to.
The acoustic version.
Yeah.
The actual unplugged. No, what was the first one? Eric Clapton? The first unplugged, MTV unplugged?
The first unplugged album ever? Yeah, I think.
That was Eric. Was that Eric?
I think we've said this before. Now I'm not. It may have been Clapton.
Paul McCartney.
Yeah. Anyway, but Nirvana was still early enough in that it was still pretty special to hear them as heavy as they were.
Well, that was the thing. They were doing warts and all. That was the whole thing with the unplugged.
And
it is
they
what
did.
it is.
They released it as is. Yeah. And I want to go back in time and strangle and kick in the groin the dude on Eric Clapton's.
That yelled.
That yelled. Woo! Like, shut the hell up, you idiot.
Play some Skinner.
Forevermore, his voice is on there. I'm like, you douchebag. God. Anyway.
on a really sorrowful, mournful song, right?
Yeah, exactly. And then Layla, too. I think the same dude.
It was Layla.
It was Layla. He was starting off, and it was like you didn't know what the song was because it was very different. And then all of a sudden, people recognized it, and everybody applauded. Well, then, like 8 seconds later, he gets it. This one dude that didn't quite recognize it until he's like, "Oh, I know, yeah!" It's like, you dumbass, shut up.
This was also warts and all, and you hear the
warts.
Quality of
there were no
Michael
warts.
Schenker's.
That was crystal smooth skin right there.
Oh my
just
God. That
very polished skin.
Guy could just play. 1992 they recorded, they released that in 1993. That was the end of MSG, the Macaulay Schenker group.
Right.
From there on, it would just be MSG, the Michael Schenker group.
Back to Michael. And UFO, I always kind of group with Triumph in the sense that the bands that amazing talent in the band.
Tons of albums.
People love them, but they just
they didn't really break.
They're not the brand names here in the States. Yeah. You go up to Canada, and
Roberto, it's pronounced Canada,
and Triumph. Yeah, everybody knows who that is. But in the States, they know maybe one song.
That would have been another good one, actually, because Triumph can play some really good acoustic. Rick Emmett can
his guitar skills. God almighty. I've been getting into now. So I've seen all the YouTube videos of like the
US Festival.
I was about to say the Me Festival. The Us Festival. The Them Festival, whatever. These days is them.
The hashtag festival.
The hashtag, whatever. But I've looked at all that. Now I was watching the stupid ass videos. I'm embarrassed to say this, but they're the reaction videos. So people.
Oh, no, you don't watch those,
I did.
do you?
I did like 2, but it was like, one of them was a vocal coach.
Oh, yeah, that's a big thing. You get the vocal coaches.
Yeah, I got to see this.
And I saw one that was a flautist who was reviewing Jethro Tull. Oh my God, what is he doing?
He's playing a flout. Skin flute.
Yeah!
But yeah, I enjoy watching that because I'm like, you're right. That's badass. There you go. That's what you should have been listening to this whole time.
Yeah, you were wrong all those
years.
years.
Damn millennials.
Well, that's what I got for you. A little acoustic music. Just kind of bringing it down a little bit here tonight. Just, clearing
so this is
the
like
air.
The second or third song on the album when they do the big power ballad. And then they bring it back up again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so this was that.
This was our power ballad.
Yeah, getting ready for
week.
The heavy stuff, the dark stuff, coming soon. Not next week, but...
Maybe.
Oh, you want to start already?
You never know. You never know what's up my short sleeve.
Oh, okay. A tattoo. That's what's up your short sleeve.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
That is there. Anything else before we let the people go this week? Is there any final words of wisdom from Captain Content?
Well, speaking of Captain.
Yes?
Captain Ryan.
Oh.
as we record. Now, when this comes out, he'll be at home. But right now, he's on his way home from Burning Man. And I will have to get him on the podcast and kind of hear a recap of this year's Burning Man. He took the pirate ship out. And the newly remodeled and revamped pirate ship.
He should just drive it on over.
He could. But by the time this comes out, he'll be back at his farm.
He's like the Kool-Aid man. He just drives it through the wall.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, please don't. No, that was like $400 to repair last time he did that.
Okay.
Yeah, no, don't encourage that behavior. I've got a large driveway. He can park it in the driveway. There's no need to hit things.
There's no parking a pirate ship. It just lands where it lands.
That was kind of the fun, one of the many fun things about that. We would just drive it and just stop wherever the hell we wanted to and just leave it in the middle of these other people's big like camps and things that were playing music.
Yeah, what are they going to do?
We would just park right up front. We'd start our own party.
Some James Brown.
And the best thing ever was doing that and watching people. We sat there, turned on our funk music and watched people leave and come out and hang out with us. And we had a crowd around us.
Like, oh my God, there's a different beat over there.
Yeah, it's like, oh, that's fun. Okay.
There's vocals with harmonies.
Exactly. All these older dudes sitting out there going, yeah, screw you, DJs. So anyway, wish him safe travels, but he'll already be home by the time he hears that.
Okay, so it was absolutely pointless is what you're saying.
No, I'm thinking it. I'm sending out that vibe right now so that in the future it comes to fruition.
Yeah, in the future.
Oh, yeah.
But maybe not for Gothtober. I don't know.
No, maybe not.
I don't know if he's going to be into that, but maybe early November we'll have to get him back on the podcast.
Sounds good. Until next week, people. See ya!